Well, news today that the state government, the coalition, when they were in opposition, they said they'd do their best to get rid of all those revenue-raising cameras around the state. Well, lo and behold, 3 years ago, revenues from speed camera fines were about $100 million a year. Now they're $150 million a year. That's a massive increase. And it just goes to prove that if they are there for safety, then why are fines and revenue from fines going up and not down? It's not working.
Well, there are more of them.
But it's not working.
Well, no, they've increased the numbers of them. And the only measure of working is not the amount of money, but have there been fewer people killed on the roads, but more to the point, have there been fewer accidents, and are people now more inclined to drive to the speed limit? One thing they have done is they've rationalised some of these changing speed limits around the place to try and make the trip smoother. But for 75 to 80% of people on our roads, they don't have a problem with it because they don't have any demerit points. And they have come up with the perfect way to deny the government revenue, and that is when you see a sign that says, say, 70 k's an hour, there's a novel way you can do with it. You actually drive.
Really? Mr. Halo, what is that? What is that novel?
It's not a matter of halo. It's not a matter of halo. You
Play
drive,
the harp music
you
for
actually
him.
drive to the speed limit, and you won't get fined. It's pretty easy.
What about when you're coming down these steep hills, and we found out today from a caller, you're going down from 60 zone to a 50 zone, and there's some mobile speed camera guy sitting at the base of the hill, nabbing people as they go past. That's outrageous. That's pure revenue. And if you're using private companies now to get that money in, they've got to be driven by profit.
And of course, that's the usual, the usual sensationalist way of looking at this. You know what I'd be doing though? When someone is consistently caught, for instance, for which there's no excuse, you would acknowledge this. You go into the Harbour Tunnel. You go past some of the areas like, say, Cleveland Street, where there are 3 or 4 signs, and then once you get to the camera, you've had 3 or 4 warnings. If you're still speeding, I don't think it's good enough just to send that person a letter. I think people who get caught, say in the Harbour Tunnel or in those areas where they've ignored several signs and kept speeding, those people should be sent to their local motor registry for an eye test and for a test of their comprehension, because they've obviously got a problem with seeing signs on the road, and if they can't actually see those signs, then maybe they shouldn't keep their licenses.
Maybe we could put them up on our big shame boards that we want to run around on the side of highways everywhere. They're going to keep going for 24 hours a day, the shame boards.
The shame boards.
They're going to be up there for gross acts of stupidity.
And well, from what I'm hearing here, it may well be, in relation to the shame boards, it may well be, for this particular shame board, see the back of many buses in Sydney, the bloke on the right.